You like fantasy? We all like fantasy. Welcome to the first episode for Final Fantasy XIV, and the reason why I'm making this is I need to start actually uploading again, and I'd recently just joined this game from a friend of mine and thought I might as well just actually give it a try, so I went over to Gilgamesh, made my character over there, and we're gonna get some stuff done. So, I got these kind of tips here that I'm just gonna disable for myself, and let's get this first quest going. So if I can, which I can't for this one, if I can't skip this cutscene, I'm going to be skipping them, and I skipped the first cutscene for everyone's sake, since that was a little long. But we're going to see how we go. So out of my choices that I picked, I thought that, oop, looks like, there's that. So out of all the special little classes that we could have picked, I went with Arcanist. It's gonna be going Scholar eventually, but gonna get Intellect for now, as I'm gonna still need damage. Hopefully those speed times don't end up too long. Can you stop down there? I think I might actually just sneak a little something in that corner for us all. So let's just, while this cutscene goes, should have planned this beforehand, but oh well, I can always just find a picture to just put there. Like, let's put... I'll let this cutscene go a little bit. Oh, I'm getting quiet as I look. Great. So, I guess I can just shove in some game picture here. Let's go with, alright. So, that can just go, like, somewhere around here, hide that chat. Because we don't need any of those getting linked around, because that's gonna actually be pretty common. Now I'm gonna skip this cutscene that I could have ended up skipping, and let's see if I actually lined this up correctly. That's, getting a little big there. Alright, so now we just got our first quest kind of done, and we can start things up. Alright, so let's stretch it to about there. That'll be to hide the chat so that those sides don't get lamed, because they seem to be pretty common, and to prevent, well, spamming inside my chat. So, I haven't been on this game for that long. I've actually recently joined about a month ago. A friend of mine actually invited me to it, and I thought, hey, I might as well just go check it out. So far I would say that I have basic experience. Controls are easy to pick up and learn. And we just gotta try to get through this start, which can get a little boring to say the least, but we'll get through it. We'll get our quests and we'll get through it. So now we just gotta load ourselves in and grab these herbs. Herb. So how this game works is the place where you start, for anyone that hasn't played this game or maybe just checking out for the first time, is that your city that you pick is not based at all on your race, and it's based entirely upon the class that you pick. Like here, Limsa Lominsa would be the Marauder and the Arcanist, where places like Ul'dah have other ones, and Gridania have the other ones. So, even though, like, say, you want to play with a friend of yours, and he picks the Lalafell like I did, but you pick the... yeah, here I think it was pronounced, which are like the humans. It won't make a difference as long as you pick the right classes for each one, because all the races can be any class. And yeah, I'm just getting a little bit too much into it. So we're gonna just get our quest over here from this cat lady. Gather that kind of stuff up. Well, it's over here. We gotta get this. These are important. I gotta make sure I actually collect all the Ethernet so that I can get everywhere, as I have forgotten to do that before, and it's actually a common thing that I think people do forget. Not saying everyone, but a lot of people do forget. So let's just keep grabbing up quests, keep doing said quests, and eventually we'll reach combat. Glazreal. So I guess one thing I can always just do is like look at the map, where's some of this stuff. There's a lot of summoning bells. I never knew that there were this many here. But, oh well, I guess that's the first new thing for everything. Since I started in Ul'dah, when I started playing, this isn't exactly a familiar place to me. Well, at least I can access the Ethernet now, which will make things a little bit faster, as this can go for a while now. So let's get over to my guild, and well, about the lack of videos that I think I should mention. Well, college became a thing, work became a thing, and I'm not gonna put myself to a schedule. I'm gonna upload when I can, but I'm not gonna stick myself to a single schedule, because I worry that, like my last 3 promises on that, I'm gonna break it again, and again, and again. But hopefully this can still continue, as I do plan to keep playing this game. This is a monthly subscription based game, so like if anyone's played World of Warcraft, we already know how that goes, or any other game with that kind of stuff. And I guess it's actually also a way to just get us going, since eventually well, as I was just saying, Heaven's Sword, which is an expansion for this game, is coming out in a few months, I would say. Maybe a little under a few months. But, basically, this actually can be a pretty good way to prepare for that, as I can get a character up at least some of the distance, or if this character doesn't get high enough for that, I could just do that part. I could do a little bit of Heaven's Sword on my main character, and, well, it'd just be a pretty interesting experience there, since I wouldn't recognize anything there. Where, for the moment, I will recognize a lot of things as I get to areas that are outside of here. So I guess basically the first episode might just be a bunch of just getting these quests, doing the ones that you can do in the town, and then we can get to the important part, the fighting, later on, but we'll see how long it takes. So, market boards. And the reason I picked Gilgamesh was because I noticed it was open, and that it does have a lot of people. Generally, the more popular servers have a lot of people, but they're also harder to get in. So, if you could sneak your way in. A friend of mine helped me get into the Balmung one, which is a huge pain in the butt to get into. But that was it. That's the one I'm on mostly, and there isn't much of a queue time for that if you can get yourself on there. But generally for that server, I recommend getting yourself through maintenance, like right after a maintenance, where everyone is offline because of the maintenance. Generally the best time to make a character over there. So if we look at the map again real quick, I have a couple quests actually right over there. Huh. Power of quests, making me run around everywhere. I'm sure some of these aren't actually worth doing, but I might as well just clear up the town so that I don't get myself confused. And the painful part's gonna be the dungeon queues, I would think. For those, when I eventually reach the dungeons, I will, if I just sit around and wait, I will cut the wait time. So like I would stop the recording, wait till it pops, and then continue the recording. As sometimes when I'm in queue, I just sit around and mess around everywhere, try to get things taken care of, and I don't think you want to just see me sit around for half an hour doing nothing. So when we eventually reach those, I will get us all set so that that wouldn't be a pain in the butt. So there's the area over there taken care of, and next up, let's head back up here, take care of a few quests. So we got some pretty interesting names that I actually noticed that we can find, like random task. Some people like to name themselves based upon their race, like what I did, and I have like the rhyming thing kind of going. But some people, not gonna argue with them on it, just like to just have their own version of names, which nothing wrong with that. You don't always have to stick to it. Sometimes people just break away from it, and it's not like you have to do it to play it or anything. So looks like next up it wants me up there, but let's first go and take care of our goblin friend. Hey buddy, how you doing? You're doing good, okay. So, you look at the quest, let's say I click up to here, puts me around here, and would you look at that, we're already near another quest when we get up there. So eventually, I just realized we're gonna have to go back down for another quest, but we'll get there eventually. So, gotta just, I guess, help this woman with her quest, which looks like I just have to speak with somebody. And cooking. One day we'll do this. One day. But for now, we just have to deliver something here. Whoa. Talk to Letitia and hand over the ledger. That's what it was. Alright, and oh, I get both. And there we go. We have unlocked the first spell, minus the starting spell. So, without even doing anything, I am already level 2. And I'd have no clue how long this is really going to take, so let's just keep grabbing our quests, keep grabbing our areas, and well, by the time we get all these quests done, I'm sure I'll have all the Ethernet all taken care of, which will be important as it also lets us teleport outside the city, so I'll be taking that quest. So these starting quests can get a little long, especially since you're just running around everywhere. Ooh, armor. So now we're at the Marauder's place. This is the other guild that's in Limsa Lominsa, which the tanking class. But the first time that I saw it, and I don't think I'm the only one with this, is that when they saw the hand over it, when they saw the martyr, some people might have thought it was a damage-based class, as you know, it's a giant axe. So most people would just assume. I did at first too, until they actually saw that they were tanks, and they can actually be pretty decent as well. Nope. There you go. So we just gotta get that taken care of, and where to next? Well, I guess back to the cooking guild, so we can actually use the Ethernet for that to get ourselves over there just a little bit faster, which over time that does make a pretty big difference. So now we just have to move ourselves up here, open the doors, and we have multiple quests to take care of. So first we have the big guy, and I have to give him some, I'm just gonna guess, cooking supplies. I should not have jumped down. Then I can have a horrible time trying to get up, and just go up the stairs, passing this quest. So let's see, next stop. Yeah, let's just go take care of this quest over here. Then we can take care of those, grab that shard, and Move ourselves around some more. Yeah, I'm just gonna save the combat quest until the next episode so that this doesn't just end up dragging along forever, since this does end up taking a while, and I think by then I will be level 3, so I'll be moving myself over there later on. Went out the wrong door. Did I go out the wrong door? Yeah, we need to get down here first. There's even a shard down here. Gotta get those taken care. Well, sorry. There's a shard down here. So I gotta grab that, and while I do, I can just get these quests passed in. And I might want to sprint, as that can save me time. So, get ourselves over here. Talk with him. Skip his cutscene. And there we go. If I remember correctly, yep. Can't grab that quest yet. I'm not level 5. So let's just pick up her quest. And once we grab that, we'll get ourselves downstairs and finish off the last of these grabs. So one thing about this game that I did find actually interesting was the fact that you can be every class, and some classes need the requirement, well actually all classes need the requirements of others in order to get stronger in their own right. For example, on this is, let's say I want to be Thaumaturge. Let's say I want to be Thaumaturge because that's my first character's version. So I would pick Thaumaturge, and eventually I could turn this into the Almighty Black Mage. But to do that, I need to get the Thaumaturge to 30, and Archery, which some make sense, some of them are just there, I don't know the reason for Archery, but Archery up to 15. What that does is make it so that when you do work on your classes and getting them up, you do have to have the reliance of other classes, which it's actually pretty good. Let's see, just go back a little bit, slow down a little. Helps you understand some sides a bit more, because like when you compare Archery to things like Thaumaturge, you wouldn't fully understand how some things work unless you've seen both or done both. Like, for example, the Thaumaturge is completely still, while the Archer is always in motion, and they both work off of different stats, but still they do help you understand how some things are going. Disappointed. I misspelled that. Disappointed. There we go. So with this quest, it's just introducing me to Emma. It's gotta just get through that. Takes her a second to say something. And I just have to rally her up. Come on now, be happy. Nothing can stop us now. We're Limsa Lominsa, and nothing will make us sink into the sea. Or something. Yeah, that's how it really works, so let's just get this quest passed in. And almost to 3. Let's see here, there's quest to go outside and a quest for downstairs. Related stuff. So let's head on downstairs. Gotta get sprinting. So at the moment, there's actually a debate between myself. I'll make the pick later on when I'm higher level, but I'm trying to decide whether or not to go Summoner, which is the damage version of Arcanist, or the Scholar, which is the healing version of Arcanist. And I'm thinking that it might just be best if I go with Scholar, since there is a way for me to return my points. I just have to buy the item for it, and it's gonna be a good way to just lower my queue times. So let's get that in. Now we are level 3. Woohoo! Yay! Alright, how much is there left of this stuff? Oh my. Okay, so we should probably talk to Abilfar. I think that's the pronunciation of his name. And he'll just point me in the right direction. Yeah. So that's taking me out there to do a quest out there. So we're gonna just wait on that one. But first we need to refill these street lamps. Because we made them out of order, I guess. Guess it's been a while since they were filled up. How convenient that we're here. Yay. You can get quest rewards out of it. Anything over there. Looks like when I get to the bottom of this, I'll be near the Fisherman's Guild. Which I think might be my last Ethernet piece I need. So, gonna just get these oils all over. And here's the third one. So this place can seem a little big. Mostly because mounts generally aren't used in these areas, so since they're not able to be mounted in any cities like these. Smaller towns you can, but I'll get back to those ones up there in a moment. But with like the bigger towns like these, I guess they're just afraid of the attention that they might get. Don't want to be those popular people. I just jumped in place. So let's go talk to this guy and just have it in. Mr. Rogue Guild dude. Here you go, a nice little box for your guildmates that don't want to talk to me. Alright. So, here's the boat, here's the water, perfect place for limbs and Lominza. And we got our shard. I believe this is our last shard. We are going to find out now. Yep. So now I unlock the exits. I can teleport right outside the exits of this place, which is pretty helpful for when I know which exit I need to take, and I can just teleport myself out of that exit. And was it in here? No, it wasn't in here. Oh, I go this way and I'll connect to it. Alright. So now we're gonna take care of these last ones over here. There's a lot of lamps we need to fill. Oil, 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 and oil. So that, I'm assuming, is more upstairs. Street lamp. Come here, you. This doesn't look like a common place for NPCs to be walking, though, so, maybe they're doing it to us force adventurers so that we can see our ways down here, even though we could already see and they actually look pretty lit up still. Guess we're just planning ahead of time. Like they're running low. Alright, now we just need this lamp. And let's figure out what's left for passing in here. So, turns out I have to go back to the Fisherman's Guild, because I picked a bad timing for that, I guess. And there is not a spot to jump down from, so I guess I'll just sprint my way down these steps. Do not run on steps in the real world. You will fall and you get yourself hurt. And as you get hurt, you can't play this game. Because, well, if you get hurt badly, you can't play this game. If you can't play this game, you're not going to have a lot of fun. I went the wrong way. So let's just get in there. What else is there? By the, yeah, right by the plaza. So I can just take my shard over to the plaza after I take my special little potions. And plaza. Alright, at this point I think it's just passings, and then we'll be good for the moment. So now we just wait for the loading screen to finish on up. And let's go hand this in, and I believe that there's some stuff on the upper docks. Alright, I'll take that pointless XP. That was actually pretty bad to do, actually. But, upper docks. So by the Blacksmith's Guild, which I can get to easily just teleporting over there. And yeah, I think that's the last pass in for right now. So let's go to the Ethernet. Which one was it? Hawker's Alley, I'll just guess. I can't remember at the moment. It's been a long time since I've been in Limsa. And no, that wasn't anywhere remotely near. So let's try the F Castle. Well, I guess we are kind of on top of a castle. Limsa is just one big giant castle. Yep, there we go. So, Blacksmith. All the way down there. Rushy, 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 rush. Go, sprint powers, go. And after this gets handed in, that will mean that all that is left is the kill quests. So let's just see if I get an equip out of this. No, I don't. I just have an option. So let's go with that, I guess. And what is your quest require me to do? Oh, yep, kill quest. So we will, I guess, end the episode for right now, and next episode it is we can start killing. So another time then. Bye bye.